welcome whoever is here, and let's do it. Let's see what we can do about this one. I accidentally flattened things, and I need to adjust it so that I can actually paint in the background. So we're gonna do that one, we're gonna fix that one right away. Like so. That was not good. Let's move closer. Just remove this one. So, make a circle instead. No, not like that. That works though, and I used the wrong button. I see. I need to do it like this. Like so. And then we do this one. Not like that though. Almost. Almost. Let's do that one. Så. There we go. Building. Cooking with evil gas or some touch. Hello, Red. How you doing? Okay. And now, if I this. And then copy paste that one. Put it underneath. Flip it. Pop it. Or something. And then we put it as to right here. Like a glove. Hello Mario, how you doing? Like so. Hello. Alright.
Let's hope Peanut can make popcorn this time without ruining the microwave.
Yeah, let's hope that one, yes. This is the preferred way.
I know we're boring parents' life.
I know, we're super boring. Worn out from cleaning house? Yeah. Had to clean before the new coat. Ooh, a couch. Someone's moving up in life with couches and stuff.
Ooh, for a second, but I heard you. I didn't hear the ouch yet, and I heard cow, and I was like, "Who's getting a cow?"
All the cows.
Gut essen.
Okay.
It was very Hotel California.
He was.
upstairs.
He was?
Yes, the Eagles version, not the Gypsy Kings.
I mean, both are good.
This is how we do.
Let's see. We're gonna test. Hello signed. That's the wrong color cronk.
Willkommen signed. Willkommen, bienvenue. Welcome.
Au cabaret.
Au cabaret, au cabaret, at cabaret. And other classics.
Like a glove.
Ah.
Hmm?
I was like, oh, this is a nice folder. What is this one?
Yes.
It's
Ah, I see. It's a very nice folder. Danke sehr, Frau N. We do have rogue cows that roam about here from time to time. I was very surprised on my way to work a month ago or so when I saw several cows walking down the road. That sounds a little bit like my parents' home.
yeah, where you also go like 50 deer.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can actually go like, no, a deer.
Yeah, or if you drive down the road and suddenly in the middle of the winter with snow around you see a camel.
A Bactrian camel.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a bit of a mindfuck. Omar, he's called Omar.
He's called Omar. One of my parents' neighbors have they rescue circus animals
No.
or something.
No, they just bought him to be.
They just bought him. Okay, my wife knows more about this than I do, so you know.
Because I talked to your mom.
My mom doesn't tell me anything about Omar except for the fact that she finds it funny.
Yeah, it's the middle of the Swedish countryside. It's not like, you expect a fucking camel there
This is true.
thriving with his llama buddies.
Llama buddies, qu'est-ce que c'est? Yes. I have a sensation that this one feels odd.
Sensation or stirrings.
No, I don't have stirrings.
Yes, why are you looking like I punished you? You got food. You got extra shizzle in the food. Okay, granted it were veggies, but I don't hear Scotty complain.
Scotty wouldn't
It
complain.
might have been the betrayal. Oh my god, mother vegetable.
How much of Sweden is in the middle of nowhere? Quite a lot. Yeah, I'll give you a good.
Everything outside of the cities,
No,
and we're talking 4 cities.
Yeah, but yeah, 4, 5, yeah. But signed to give you a thing, something that you can compare it to. Sweden is about 5 to 6 times as large as Belgium is.
Yeah.
Something like that. 5 to 6 times as large as Belgium is, but with the same amount of people. So then you consider that most of the people live in the cities. Actually, about half of the population live outside of the cities, but it feels like almost nobody.
And you have like you have smaller hubs because you have the 4 big cities: Göteborg, Malmö, Stockholm, and I'm counting Uppsala in the greater Stockholm region. I know that's a thing for you.
Yeah, also.
And Norrköping, Linköping, so the south has quite a lot of the population. The further up north you go, where D is from, it becomes, here be dragons territory.
I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have any dragons up there at all. I don't know.
But then you have like a bunch of medium-sized cities.
Yes, medium is.
Yeah, but it's still bigger than an American town. Because they have
Fair.
more than 5,000 inhabitants. Places like Örebro and, I don't know, Mura.
Örebro is a town that fakes being a city. That's my opinion.
Yeah, we can have those kind of political discussions, but I don't like Örebro either. So everything, the moment you enter the countryside, it really is like, if you leave your little community and you walk in the forest, you can walk easily for 70 kilometers without reaching the nearest, the next person. So
Signed went like that's some demographic spread, so it's a lot of middle of nowhere. Yes, it is.
oh yeah, gorgeous middle of nowhere, which is good because the average Swedes are assholes.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't like them. There are exceptions, but the majority of Swedes are assholes, racistic assholes. So it's good to be in the forest where you're surrounded by camels.
Yeah. There are others. There are some that aren't. I'd like to think that I'm one of them. Crickets. No, I'm pretty confident that I am not as assholey as most.
After almost 25 years together, I think. Yeah, I want to say a specific quote, but that just sounds wrong. I'm not going to do that one.
No,
But,
thank you.
You have been assimilated.
I have evolved.
You are.
Yes. I am the exception. Thank you. There we go. This one I can use.
Bitches, please.
So I like that. I like the feeling of this one, but I need some color, and I'm pondering
Purple.
reds.
No! Can you two stop? Oh my fucking god, you horrible toddlers.
I'm pondering reds, but the question is, should I? Because then that would mean giving her a cape.
No capes.
No cape. Should I just add like, I don't know, gemstones instead? Yes, let's just add gemstones.
Glitter.
Glitter.
I think Signed can agree. Glitter.
Whose sister of battle is this? This is my sister of battle. I'm just making for funsies.
Oi!
What happened?
What is this? This is a plastic bag.
We do not do plastic bags. Plastic. Plastic bags are
Why
bad.
are you like this?
I smell popcorn.
Yes.
I smell burnt popcorn.
No, it's the caramel of it.
Hmm.
I can distract you with horrible tales of how I spent my morning at the shelter.
Hmm. Distract. Edna did indeed say no capes. Distract me.
I already told you.
Yes.
Detail
Distract us
everything.
then. Fine. Us.
But I'll give the general vibe while I'm sketching.
I now have to do glitter apparently.
The horrible life of a shelter volunteer. And there was a cat brought in called Neko, which was funny, but then I was like, it's cat. Poor thing is a 13-year-old long-haired cat whose previous owners decided to move abroad and not bring that cat, which I think is personally bullshit because it's not that expensive. And you know, the poor thing is 13 years old. Come on, yeah?
Yeah.
That said, a long-haired one, completely terrified, and we thought, and confirmed, a bit dehydrated. So I got told, like when I was cleaning the quarantine area, yeah, can you take Neko out and let her walk around and just see how she's doing? Because I have a medical background, so I spot things a bit easier than other people. And the first thing we notice is we're not allowed to touch her neck. She really bites. She really gets terrified in a little corner. We can take her out of the quarantine cage, not an issue. But she really is, poor thing. My heart broke. I mean, you're 13 years old. You get ripped away from your family. And we see she's dehydrated, so we go like, okay, we just need to give her some recovery fluids and whatnot. And we hear the very distinct crackling noises in the breathing. That is the symptom for something called NSFW, that's sneezing disease. It most likely has an English name, but it's too late and I'm getting to my point. So we go like, okay, infection, not the end of the world. We deal with sick animals before. We need to take its temperature. How do you do that with a cat?
Dum dum dum.
Thermometer up the butt. So, poor, terrified thing, we make a burrito. So you take, the cat, you put a towel around it, fold, flop, flop, so you can actually hold the cat relatively safe. It can be grumpy as fuck, but it can't really do anything. Problem is, Neko doesn't like to be a burrito. So we were already, at that point, 3 people.
Who wants to be a burrito?
One who we managed to create the burrito. Now it was a case of sustaining the burrito. So, had one of the volunteers come and help keeping the burrito in shape. One of the staff helping, to keep the burrito down on the ground because that was the safest. And me lying flat on my belly trying to find the asshole on a long-haired cat. So I could insert a thermometer.
Thank you for explaining that one.
It took 15 minutes. In the end, it required some changing of tasks mid in everything because the shelter worker went like, I found it, I found it. So I had to switch my position from trying to insert the thermometer into hold the burrito down so she could actually, she was actually holding her finger on it, otherwise we would lose it because every time we were like, we found it, the cat moved and we fucking lost it. But imagine like this white fluffy cloud and in the middle of it, you can blow on down what you want to, but if the cat's struggling, you can't find its fucking bum hole. So yeah, join the volunteer force.
Join
It's
the
fun.
volunteers is fun. Yes, it is an adventure.
But no fever.
Science bestie adopted a cat from people who moved to Thailand.
It's one of those things that, you know, I find weird that people do, because it's literally a cat you can take as hand luggage on board the plane. Now, and it's not super expensive. If you have the right airline and whatnot, it's like max 200 euros. Yes, it's a lot of money, but it's still, you know, come on. And but then comes, of course, the crux of the thing. So I went like, what's the story of this cat? Because, you know, I just see a poor, terrified,
Kitten.
you know, 13-year-old floofball who's very obviously traumatized and missing his family. And they went like, yeah, you know, he got, you know, dropped off because they're moving abroad. They didn't want to bring her rather. And yeah, has never seen a vet, has not been chipped, has not been vaccinated, or has never seen a vet. Cat's 13 years old. So yeah, then all of a sudden it becomes expensive, because then you need to get, you know, your passport in order, you need to have the chip registered, you need to have all the things which are technically basic maintenance and common sense weren't in place. So instead of like paying 150 euros, 200 euros to bring your cat with you, it becomes, and I just go like,
So it's about monies.
So I will find a good home for it. It's a senior cat. There are lots of people who adopt those ones as well.
And yes, it is a poor kitty. I resign.
But at least gets good care at the shelter. And I don't mind being the horrible person who prodded his bum, because he doesn't have to see me every day. I'd rather do that one than the staff, because the staff has to deal with those poor things on a daily basis.
Yes.
So if they don't like me, you know, I can live with them.
Well, the staff kind of need to like you though, but
Yeah, but you know,
I'm joking.
after all these years, I usually get called in for those things anyway, because I'm not really afraid of. I'm like white woman trademark in that context. Oh, so you're hissing at me? I don't think so.
Is that so?
Tamara's worse though, but
What do you mean tomorrow's worse?
with cats that don't, you know, we quite often get scratched and bitten and whatnot.
You mean that she can do that one? She can deal with that one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine.
because Tamara's worse in that could mean anything.
Yeah, Tamara is worse in the white woman thingy. We will both die trying to pet something that should not be petted. Most likely a cat at the shelter, or a dog.
Or a bear. Okay. So,
I'm getting an idea on what I want to do with the commission.
okay. This is good.
Yeah.
We like.
I also need to finish up the one with the trees and stuff, but I was thinking to maybe do that one on canvas.
Okay. Canvas is good. Okay. If not friend, then why friend shaped indeed?
I completely agree.
I heard you were out of electricity, by the way, signed for a while. We we have a tram situation. That's kind of funny. Now I get a message from the land saying that if we are pondering to travel on the 20th, we should worry about issues. And I'm like looking out through the window and going, what, on Tuesday?
Yeah, well, also, yeah, you get to tell.
I get to tell. So earlier today they shut down the tram line that goes outside of our house. One of the trams got stopped on the stop that is just literally outside of our house, and no traffic was let through. There were, according to the friendly neighborhood Turkish store owner, there were seemingly the entirety of Antwerp's police corps around for a while. Because something, possibly gas leak. But they've dug up in between the tracks of the tram, and then it's Sunday, so they did that one for a while, and then now in the evening, like at around 7, they just seem to have, basically just stepped away from all of the machines and just left. So that one is interesting. But yeah, we should worry about traveling on Tuesday. Clearly.
Is it strike again on Tuesday?
I have no idea. It didn't say. I'm checking. Well, actually, I'm checking. Nationala Aktiedag.
Yeah. I agree.
Also, like that, the land, the owner of the of the public transport in Antwerp, or the organizers of it, go like, on that day, they are striking against the fact that we are dismantling our public services, but we don't like to leave you alone in your and waiting. I'm like, that's literally what they are actually arguing about and telling you that you should stop with. They're literally complaining about the fact that you're removing public transport, and you're like, they shouldn't disrupt public transport. Bankers. It took 30 minutes and then it was back on. It is possible that the stream is relatively delayed, because it seems like you guys are responding quite a lot later. Almost 2 minutes later. Just so you're aware, in case it feels like I'm talking around you. It's not intended. Belgium at its finest indeed. Your laptop being old and slow doesn't really change, you know, how and when you see my my stream though. That has to do with how it uploads on my end, usually. Don't worry about it. Just mainly me telling you guys that you shouldn't, that you hopefully shouldn't worry too much about me seemingly speaking around you, because it's not your fault. It's on my end. Okay. Right. Yes, I am the problem.
You're the walrus.
I am the walrus as well. They're the same, no? The problem and the walrus. Ah, no, not like that. Thank you for acknowledging that you are indeed the problem. Yes, you are welcome.
I'm recording this, by the way, so I have proof that you say that you are the problem.
I am recording this one. You don't need to worry about that one, though.
We go to court. Why do you divorce him? Yeah, he's the problem. He said so himself.
And then I'll go like, yes, I recorded it. No? Okay. Let's see what gives if I do this one. You stand as the unreliable witness.
I have plenty of those. Most of our friends count in that category.
Whereas I count as something else.
Ah, 8 hours ago.
Wat 8 hours?
Politie Antwerpen. Omwille van een dringende interventie van Fluvius is Ruggeveldlaan afgesloten tussen de Venneborglaan en de ouders van de Willelij. De hinder zal nog enkele uren duren. Liars?
Yeah, it's still there.
Ja. So it's confirmed we had a gas leak here, and the rest of the municipality had a power cut. Like, what the hell are they doing?
I don't know.
Party, party.
Party, party. Not sure about this one. We'll see. We'll see what gives. Green. I don't know. That looks better in the case, that one's for sure. So the original reason for having these ones was actually a cape. But I have been told no capes, so
Apparently a trimester of the Mexican Royal Navy hit the Brooklyn Bridge.
yay!
Yeah, one of the masts broke off and 2 people got killed.
Okay, that's less. That's less yay. I was about to say the retaliation for stuff, but no. Save this one. Okay. This one. Well, they don't have capes, but they do have these flowing thingies that hang down over their arms. That one I might use. That one I might use. Of course, now I need to go back to that one. Okay. First step.
Yeah, nice. Thank you.
Dark red. This one. I'm gonna use this one as a reference. So I'm gonna put this one on a secondary screen. Just for this part. Here. They got some giant sleeves indeed. Is N the face model for this sister? Not particularly, but I can't say what my subconscious does. I don't particularly think that this one looks like N, but I don't know. Maybe it does. You know, okay. You mean that was a joke? I don't know. I was like, maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I think Nick's one brain cell is on vacation. Let's see. Your hobby room has a window in that looks into the kitchen. Used to be the balcony, and she scratches the window to open it to get to the kitchen. All the doors are open. Yes, but this way.
Yeah, we have like a glass door with like 6 frames, and a couple of the glasses windows are broken, so we need to replace them. And we were thinking to put some plexiglass in there because it's safer with the animals, and you know, maybe put some, you know, some fun sticky plastic on it or something. But yeah, we haven't done that one yet because it's a wooden door, and then you need to remove wooden bits and stuff. But the cat uses that one as a shortcut when the door's closed. And I'm going to remove the glass and reuse the glass because it's like colored glass with like a little bit of texture, like old school glass. But I'm also knowing that the first 2 to 3 days, when we put the plexiglass in there, the acrylic sheets, with or without texture, it doesn't matter. We will have several times that the cats will try to jump through it.
Yep. Because that's what they do. I'm not sure about this one, but we'll see. There is some merit to it, but maybe. Cat Blanchette. Kate Blanchett. I know, I haven't used a single reference for her face, really. I was
like, why were you making Nix into some kind of...
I don't know. I read it in French. I don't know why I read it in French. It just became Cat Blanchett. That's a fun painting, though, I think. It might look a little bit like Kate Blanchett. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at reference images. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Well, excuse me, Skadoodle.
She shall not excuse you. Sounds like a kind of ice cream, yes, like vanilla with black fuzz. I agree. Shall now be my favorite ice cream flavor, Cat Blanchette.
Would it be wrong for the commission to base myself fully upon a Marvel image and alter it to fit the commission?
Not necessarily.
Because this is the best one I can find. I like the pose.
Pose is cool. I don't see anything wrong with that one. It's gonna look so much different anyway because of the person, the character itself that you're gonna
Well, the body's gonna be remarkably similar, but the head is gonna be. I'll see what I can do.
No, I think that one is good. It's gonna be awesome.
Or I'll make a thresher shark first. I need to look at the tail. I can go for the thresher shark version.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it is a bit difficult of it too. I'll show you. The average reference image looks like,
Okay, good references.
oh, they're cute. Yeah, I can find something with that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And now, ein Hattrick. Hinting. We got hinting. Let's do another soft light and see if we can make the gold stand out a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. Like that. Hmm. No. A tad. I think I'm gonna call this one done, love.
Congratulations.
Thank you. He's now very, very content or something. Maybe I should add just a tiny bit of a glow. Now I can't. Now I cannot not see her as Kate Blanchett. It's scary. Indeed. Alright, let's I could give it a hill and turn it into Saint, but let's just keep it like this because otherwise I'm gonna find more and more stuff to do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to save, save, and then we're gonna do a TLT, which we are going to turn into a t-shirt.
TLT t-shirts.
TLT t-shirts will happen. This is a goal.
Titillatingly trustworthy TLT t-shirts.
Yes. Everybody ready? Time lapse time. Thank you for being here and see you guys tomorrow, I would say.
Aye.
So yes, thank you and see you all in tomorrow. Bye bye.